Throughout history, there have been numerous attempts on the lives of presidents, both successful and unsuccessful. Some attempts have been more infamous than others, but all have had the potential to drastically alter the course of history. In this video, let's examine 5 instances where assassination attempts on sitting US presidents went wrong, either because of luck, incompetence, or a combination of both. Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, was the first sitting president to face an assassination attempt. On January 30th, 1835, a man named Richard Lawrence approached Jackson as he was leaving the US Capitol building and fired 2 pistols at him. However, both pistols misfired, and Jackson proceeded to beat Lawrence with his cane until bystanders intervened. Lawrence was later deemed insane and spent the rest of his life in a mental institution. While Jackson survived the assassination attempt, the incident served as a stark reminder of the dangers of being a world leader and the need for heightened security measures. In 1933, during the early days of Franklin D. Roosevelt's presidency, a man named Giuseppe Zangara attempted to assassinate him. Zangara, an Italian immigrant, was motivated by a deep sense of anger and frustration over his inability to find work during the Great Depression. He approached Roosevelt as he was giving a speech in Miami and fired several shots, but missed the president. However, several bystanders were struck by the bullets, including Chicago Mayor Anton Cermak, who died from his wounds a few weeks later. Zangara was sentenced to death and executed in the electric chair in March of that year. On November 1st, 1950, 2 Puerto Rican nationalists attempted to assassinate President Harry S. Truman. Oscar Collazo and Graziello Torresola approached the Blair House, the president's temporary residence, while the White House was undergoing renovations, and began firing at the guards stationed outside. A gun battle ensued, and both Torresola and one of the guards were killed. Collazo was arrested and later sentenced to death, but Truman commuted his sentence to life imprisonment in 1952. The assassination attempt highlighted the ongoing tensions between the United States and Puerto Rico, which was then a US territory. In 1975, Lynette Squeaky Fromm, a member of the Manson family, attempted to assassinate President Gerald Ford while he was visiting Sacramento, California. Fromm approached Ford while he was shaking hands with members of the public and pointed a gun at him, but was tackled by Secret Service agents before she could fire a shot. Fromm was later sentenced to life in prison for attempted assassination, but was released on parole in 2009 after serving 34 years in prison. Fromm's attempt was motivated by her belief in the environmental movement and her desire to draw attention to the plight of redwoods in California. On March 30th, 1981, John Hinckley Jr. attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan as he was leaving the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. Hinckley fired 6 shots at Reagan, hitting him in the chest, but the president survived thanks to the quick actions of Secret Service agents and medical personnel. 3 other people were also wounded in the attack, including Press Secretary James Brady, who was left permanently disabled. Hinckley was found not guilty by reason of insanity and spent several years in a mental institution before being released in 2016. Hinckley's attempt at assassinating Reagan was motivated by his obsession with the actress Jodie Foster, whom he'd been stalking for months before the attack. Not sure what Ronald Reagan had to do with that obsession, but there we are. The 5 presidential assassination attempts described are just a few examples of the many attempts on the lives of world leaders throughout history. While these attempts were unsuccessful, they serve as a reminder of the importance of protecting those in positions of power and the need for continued vigilance and security measures. A successful assassination could have changed the course of history and had a profound impact on the world as we know it. These failed attempts are a testament to the dedication and bravery of those tasked with protecting world leaders, and a reminder that the threat of violence is an ever-present reality for those in positions of power.